The summary of the story: The Cop and the Anthem. Soapy was a young man. He had left his home and parents. He became a vagabond. Vagabond is avara, one who doesn't have anything to do and one who roams from here and there. He spent his days alone in Madison Square. It was all right in summer, but he made his bed warm with three newspapers. There were quite few others like him living there. What would happen during the winter? He started feeling uneasily because he had no home, he had left his home and winter was coming. The winter was coming. He felt cold on the park bench. He used to spend his time on the park bench. He realized the need to find some cozy place, but he did not think of going to warmer regions outside the country. Just 3 months in the prison on Blackwell's Island was that what he wanted. He wanted to go to prison to pass his time so that he can get good food and place to live. There he was sure of getting food and a bed every night. He would be safe from the cold wind and also from fear of the police. He had been to prison for a number of times during winter. He decided to go to prison somehow. If he goes to any other place, he would have to pay for the room and meals. He might be asked to wash their clothes and answer all of personal questions. Prison was better than all other options. He would be his own master there. Soapy thought of easy ways to reach the prison. If he goes to eat at restaurant and then tell them he had no money, they would call a cop who would arrest him. Next morning, the judge would send him to jail. His face was clean and his coat was good enough. But as soon as he put his foot inside the restaurant, the waiters blocked his entry. He next went to a shop with a glass window. He threw a big stone. He was doing like this so that the policeman arrest him and take him to the jail, and he would get free food and place to live. So he was trying his ways. He was doing all type of mischief and doing criminal activities so that he could be sent to jail. He threw a big stone through the glass. A cop arrived. But the cop did not consider Soapy to have done because he had not tried to run out. Cop means that policeman. So, but the cop did not consider Soapy because he did not run away, and the people who break glass windows, they run away. They are not to be found there. But he was there because he wanted to be arrested. The cop saw another man running and went after him. And the policeman saw a man running and he went after him. Soapy was shocked at heart for failing 2 times. He had failed. One time he had gone to the restaurant, and then they did not allow him to enter. And the second one, he broke the glass window of a shop and he was not arrested. Next, he went to another restaurant and sat down at a table, was soon eating a big dinner. When he had finished, he said that he had no money. Then third time he went to a restaurant and he finished his food and said he had no money. Soon he was thrown on the street outside by the waiters. The waiters threw him outside. His dream of being taken to prison failed again. No cop was going to arrest him. कोई भी सिपाही इसको arrest नहीं कर रहा था. Then he began to shout as if he had drunk too much. Drunk too much मतलब उसने जैसे बहुत ज़्यादा ड्रिंक कर लिया. He danced and cried out. The cop ignored him, did not notice him, taking him for some noisy college boy that the college boys are in a habit of doing, so they had no orders to arrest them. Then he stole a man's umbrella, kept beside a shop door. What did he do? He stole a man's umbrella and the owner followed him. But he let Soapy go because he himself was carrying a stolen umbrella. और ओनर जो था उसने सोपी को जाने दिया क्योंकि that was a stolen umbrella. Soapy at last came to a quiet street. He stopped at his own old childhood home, where he lived in his childhood. There was a sudden change in his soul. उसके एकदम से change हो गया उसके अंदर. He felt sorry for wasting his life in such a way. और उसको बुरा लगा ये करते हुए, वेस्ट किया अपना टाइम. सो ही डिसाइडेड टू पुल हिमसेल्फ आउट ऑफ द मड, अपने आप को कीचड़ में से निकाला, एंड गेट अ जॉब. सून देयर केम अ कॉप, तभी एक सिपाही आया. हु अरेस्टेड हिम फॉर हैंगिंग अराउंड देयर, उसने कहा यहाँ कैसे घूम रहे हो इधर, एंड ही अरेस्टेड हिम. नेक्स्ट मॉर्निंग द जज सेंट सोपी टू प्रिजन ऑन ब्लैकवेल आइलैंड फॉर 3 months. और अगले दिन जो था जज ने सोपी को ही सेंट हिम टू द प्रिजन वेयर ही एक्चुअली वांटेड टू पास हिज